Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Today for my presentation, I'm really excited to just share some of the research that I've been compiling about seniors' mental health and meditation. And I'd like to explore in this session what are kind of the major what are the major mental health issues that are facing seniors. I begin with talking about the pre-COVID, the pre-pandemic. And then I will talk a little bit about older immigrants and mental health. There's some unique cases for older immigrants and what they're experiencing mental health based on the research. And then I will talk a little bit again about the mental health issues facing seniors during the COVID pandemic. And lastly, I want to talk about the practice of meditation and what is our current research saying about meditation. Can meditation actually help seniors with the mental health issues that they're experiencing? So overall, my approach for this is in compiling existing modern research and presenting it to you. And once we're finished that, then we'll try to have some time for some questions and answers. So thank you so much for your time, and thank you for coming. And I hope you enjoy the session. So I'd like to begin by talking about some of the major mental health issues that are facing seniors. So this information is coming from the Mental Health Commission of Canada. And what they said is that based on their research, they understand that the major mental health issues for seniors right now is depression, a bipolar disorder, anxiety disorder, dementia, and delirium. For some of you who have attended our past session in September, we had an entire session dedicated to dementia and delirium, so I won't be focusing too much on that. But for the next few slides, what I'm going to do is I'm going to speak a bit about depression, bipolar, anxiety, and disorder, and talk about what the Mental Health Commission advises about this. So firstly, I'm going to start with depression. Based on the research, depression is considered one of the most common mental health problems for older adults. They provided some definitions, so I'll just provide a bit of a summary of what they're saying. So they're defining depression as a persistent feeling of sadness, hopelessness, loss of interest in pleasure in activities that they previously enjoyed, right? There's also an impact to physically as well as cognitively. So they have trouble concentrating, which can lead to memory issues. They're having issues sleeping, decreased energy, excessive tiredness, and also decrease in appetite. The way they're defining depression is it's something over more of a longer period of time. So these changes are present for at least 2 weeks. So it's not a passing mood, and it's not a normal, reaction to a sad event or a tragic event. It's more of a longer period of time where they're experiencing some of these emotions and feelings that someone may be diagnosed with having depression. Next, I'm going to talk a little bit about the other two mental health issues that I mentioned earlier. So the bipolar disorder and anxiety. Speaking a little bit about bipolar, so it's considered a specific form of a mood disorder. There are different types of bipolar that I won't be getting into, as this is more of an overview, but I do have some more information about that later on. I did want to point out one of the major complications with seniors with a mood disorder is that it has shown to result in a death by suicide. So I know this is it's quite sad and a little bit frightening, but I do want to share some of the information about this. So in this chart here, it actually shows the different age groups and the suicide rates. This is based on Canadian data, so this is Canada. The blue columns here, the blue columns are males and the red are females. What the research is showing is that men who are over the age of 80 have one of the highest suicide rates in Canada, and it's definitely the highest of all seniors. You can see the other ranges here. For the example, the 40 to 49-year-old, it's high, 50 to 59. But of all seniors, males, it's over 80, over 80 or older. They have the highest suicide rates. The other item here I want to touch upon is anxiety. There are different forms of anxiety. One of the major anxieties that they're saying that seniors have is related to a fear or anxiousness about falling and injuring themselves. They classify this under post-fall syndrome. And there are other anxieties and disorders, obsessive compulsive disorders, panic disorders, and post-traumatic stress disorders. So I know this can be a little bit scary and frightening hearing some of these stats, but it's also the kind of the reality that you're dealing with seniors. Some of you are seniors, or you have family members who are seniors, so it's good to have this awareness of some of the challenges that the current data and information is showing about seniors. As I mentioned, I won't be speaking directly on dementia for this part because we've already covered it in an earlier topic, but I will talk about some of the research related to that.